Hi guys, and today I'm going to be filming the I Heart Drugstore makeup tag. Since everyone's done this tag and I've been dying to do it for absolutely ages, so let's jump into it. So the first question on this tag is, what is your favourite drugstore makeup brand? And for me, that's probably Rimmel. Like, the foundation's the only one from the drugstore line that I've been able to use. The same goes for their kajal eyeliners, and a lot of their newer products are amazing as well, like the Rimmel Apocalypse lip lacquers and the undercover eyeshadow primer. And I just think this year especially that Rimmel have really came into their own and are really competing for that top spot in the drugstore makeup category. So yeah, I'd say Rimmel's my favourite drugstore makeup brand. And then the next category is, what is your favourite face, cheek and lip products? As far as face products go, the top and bottom of it really is the Match Perfection foundation in light porcelain, which is 010, and their Stay Matte pressed powder, which I've hit pan on, but have hit pan on for the past 6 or 7 months. It lasts that long. And then that's in 003 Peach Glow. And as far as drugstore face products, that's really all I ever use. As far as cheeks though, I don't tend to wear a lot of blusher or bronzer, but if I do, it tends to be the Maybelline Expert Wear blushes, and this one is in 77 Rose, and it's not particularly pigmented, which is actually what I like in a blush. It's just like a really subtle colour to the cheeks, especially with me being so pale. Anything that's got too much wow or too much bright kind of makes me look even more washed out than I already am. And then as far as lips go, this would be the big category. I've got the L'Oreal Paris Glam Colour Riche Glam Shine Splash Stains, I think that's it. This one is in Princess and it's the coral colour. And then I've also got the darker pink colour, which is Juliet, and that's on my blog. And those, if I'll just swatch that one for you, looks like that, like a beautiful orange coral colour. Then I've got the Revlon lip butters. Every beauty blogger and the dog seems to go on about these, but I've only actually found these quite recently. Mainly because the sample one, like the tester ones in Boots and Superdrug, are always absolutely minging. So it kind of puts you off wanting to try and swatch them. But this one's in Peach Parfait, which is colour 25, and it's just a really beautiful shimmery glittery colour, and it actually goes really well with the Colour Burst lip gloss in Pheony, which is the combination I'm wearing on my lips today. With the pigmentation of my lips, it doesn't really show up that well, but it gives a lovely gloss and sparkle to the lips. So that one's your Princess from L'Oreal and Peach Parfait from the Revlon lip butters. And then the last two, as I've just shown you before, are the Rimmel Apocalypse lip lacquers. I've got 101, which is Celestial, which is another colour I got when I'm going through I want something slightly more wearable and less bright red. And that one looks like this one here. And then I've got Big Bang, which is their classic red shade, which looks like that one. So those would be my favourite lip products, and like I said, that one is more of the bigger category than the other two in there. And the next point of call in this tag is, what is your least favourite product? I've only got one of these at the moment, especially since I tend to do a lot of research as far as the products that I buy. But my least favourite one would have to be the MUA pressed powders, because they're just flaky and cakey and I'm really not fond of them. I've got this one as an emergency in case I don't have a chance to get out and replace my Rimmel one before it runs out, but I'm generally not that keen. They feel tacky and their face, or like they don't feel very nice on my face. And they tend to cling to the more oily patches on my face rather than helping to like cover them up, which is what my Rimmel one does. So yeah, I'm not too keen on that one at all. And the next one is, what are your bargain products from the high street? I think this one's getting quite hard actually, because I think a lot of the prices in the high street are going up, so it's a bit harder to find those bargain products. But for me, it would be the Collection 2000 Lasting Perfection 16-hour wear concealer. Every single blogger on the planet will say that, but it's just dead simple concealer and quite comparable with the MAC the Select Moisture Cover one from MAC. And when that's under £4, you can't really go wrong, I don't think. A lot of there's a couple of people that don't like it and find it a bit cakey, but I think it's pretty good. Another one from Collection or Collection 2000 is their Extreme 24-hour felt tip liner. I'm a complete noob when it comes to eyeliners, so anything that makes this easier is a bonus with me. And that it just goes on really quick and really well. I'm gonna roll this everywhere. And like you can build your line out, or you can start with a really fine line like that. And that's again under £5. Brilliant as far as I'm concerned. Then another one that I think are bargains, I've already got a quick mention in this post, are the waterproof kohl kajals from Rimmel. I've got them in 4 colours now. I've got the nude one, which is brilliant for on the waterline. It just looks like that. I've got the black one, which is just your basic black. The taupe one, which I'm absolutely in love with at the moment. That one's my newest one. And the final one I've got is in purple, which I will admit I don't get as much wear out of as the other ones, but again, it's absolutely gorgeous. And these are so pigmented and such brilliant quality. They're like, even someone as hopeless with eyeliner as me can wear them, and they just make everything so much easier. And then the last one I'd consider to be a bargain is a one that I discovered from Lily Pebbles' blog, or What I Had Today, and it's Asteroid from Natural Collections. And it looks so boring in the pan, but it's a gorgeous shimmery taupe colour when you put it on. And these are just amazing. They're under £2 for your little single eyeshadows. For something, it's really pigmented, it wears really well, it doesn't crease, and at least it doesn't crease on my eyes. And I just really like it. It's dead easy to wear. And yeah, those are my bargains from the drugstore. The next question in this tag asks, what are your underdog products? I don't tend to find a lot of products that aren't directed, that I haven't found by somebody else in the hype of other YouTubers. But the one that I will say I think's really an underdog product is the Natural Collection eyeshadow I've just shown you before. Because I rarely hear these eyeshadows being talked about, probably because it's a UK brand. But they're absolutely gorgeous, and I've fallen in love with it since. And yeah, it's awesome. The next one is, what products from the drugstore do you think are overpriced? And again, I'm going to come down on the side of every other beauty blogger that's done this video and say that it has to be mascara. I'm not sure where this started happening or where the idea that they can start charging so much for the mascaras come from. But I think that a lot of them are getting really overpriced, especially as far as the likes of your Revlon and your Max Factor and your L'Oreal mascaras. I guess it still works out as being cheaper than your high-end mascaras, but the prices are definitely going up and it's starting to pinch. But I need to wear mascara. I can't leave the house without mascara on, so I guess I can't really complain on that one. Second last question on this tag is, what are your drugstore dupes? Again, I tend to be a bit hit and miss as far as dupes are concerned. I'll try not to buy anything that's too similar to each other. I think the Revlon Match Perfection, as far as consistency though, is quite similar to your YSL Touche Éclat. It's one of the main reasons I think that I like both of them so much, is that they are very similar to wear and very similar on the skin. This one on this side is your Rimmel, and this one on this side is your YSL, and they're both incredibly similar as far as how they blend and their consistency. And as much as I'd never regret buying my YSL foundation, they are incredibly similar. And then two that are quite similar but I wouldn't say are exact dupes, and it's a matter of one has shimmer and one doesn't, is Max Factor's Chili as an almost dupe for Max Ricola. This one, like the Max Factor one, slightly more red and has a slight shimmer to it, but on my lips at least, they do look incredibly similar. They're now not going to do it on camera, are they? So you've got, this one is your Ricola by MAC, and that one is your Chili by Max Factor. And like I said, I think they're incredibly similar. I'm not sure everybody will agree, but especially on my lips, they are quite almost dupe-ish. And the last one is a one that you'll have heard a billion times over, but it is worth a mention for those who haven't heard, is the MUA, Makeup Academy by Superdrug, Heaven and Earth Undressed and Undressed 2 palette as dupes for the Urban Decay Naked big palettes. I don't have any of the Urban Decay larger palettes or the MUA palettes to show you, simply because I tend to wear a far more matte eye, but there will be swatches across the interwebs to show you what the similarities are between those, and I'll try and link a few of the better posts down below for you. The last one is products that are not worth the hype. Now, I don't think I've ever really come across a drugstore product, at least, that I've not thought to be worth the hype. I have seen a few on shelves and swatched them in stores and not quite being able to tell what all the fuss was about. One of those that I can think of is the Nivea lip butters that come in the little round tins. But no, I've never really bought anything from the drugstore that I don't believe to be worth the hype. Largely because I try not to buy products purely from the hype that's around them. I'll go and swatch things, I'll go and try things out, I'll ask friends, and I'll build up enough confidence in that product from what I've read and what I've seen and what I've heard to be pretty fairly confident that it is something that I'd like, and where possible I'll get samples of it or try it from one of my friends. So I don't seem to ever come across something that's not worth the hype as far as that's concerned. But yeah, I think that's the end of this video for today. Thank you all for watching. I know it's been a bit disjointed in places. But yeah, I'm really gonna have to stop learn to stop touching my hair in videos because it's annoying me. And I will see you all for my next video that I'm not quite sure what it'll be yet or when it'll be up. But it is coming at some point. So, bye bye. It's nice to see you again.